Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the stream. We are finally going to start playing Danganronpa today. From what I can tell, from what I have gathered, it's what you get if you put Phoenix Wright in a death game. Which could be fun. We always need more murder in our murder mysteries. Bonus murder, if you will. Should be fun. But first, let's check in with the kitty cats. Hey there, maybe. Good to see you again. How have you been? Let's see. We have Sherbet, top center. Still a little sneezy, but he's definitely getting better. Sammy, left center. Snoozing on the bed. You can see Sky, bottom center of the play area in the lower left there. Hanging out, it's a little S-curved, scratchy thing made of cardboard, like layered corrugation cardboard. Mason's not visible right now, and Ember is still on quarantine. Mason's eye is doing better, and I'm hoping that on Monday's vet visit, Ember can come off quarantine. That would be nice. That's an interesting soundboard decision there, maybe. Huh. Did you make like an error sound into that or something in Opera? How strange. Interesting. I've dabbled with the idea of using Opera GX. It seems to have a lot of interesting features, but haven't pulled the trigger on switching any of my browsers over to it. Let's see. How about Sammy on camera? Primary thing that I've looked at it for is that it's supposed to they claim quite often that it's good for performance, but that's it. That would be my only consideration on it. Switch over to the game screen here. Music is interesting, isn't it? This is the game that I've had to lower the volume on the most. Twofold. One, the volume sliders reset every time you launch the game. And two, I've had to lower the sound 30 decibels because this music is loud. Very, very loud. Switch over to the game screen here. Every time you launch, also, the character on the right changes. So it looks like that is, I believe, the left is the main character and the right is the rest of the cast. Let's get into it. This one I noticed because it was painful to listen to upon launch. These are three interesting setting choices. gentle, kind, and mean. There's no neutral descriptor in this. I think we'll keep it at the neutral level for now and see what happens. We have Silhouette. Interesting animation. And the materials in it have sort of a handicrafts look. Like he had it was like a flat thing covered in fabric. Let's see. So some of the text is going to be covered by the box, but, you know, I'll be reading it. Exactly, that's a good sign, maybe. We've hardly started the game and someone's already died. See, the massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. I mean, given that there was a skyscraper up and right from this building that was definitely taller than it, I feel like we've been deceived with that descriptor. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you can come here and manage to graduate, then you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. It's entirely camera trickery. 2 things you need to attend this school. 1, you have to already be attending high school. 2, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me, that guy.
Before we go any farther, I guess I should introduce myself. My name's Makoto Naegi.
Hey, we have voiceover. Nice. That'll save my throat some. Oh, nope, only a little bit. Never mind. It's supposed to be a murder mystery style game set in the trappings of a death game. Like, I recall seeing a bit of anime of this one, and we're going to get an explanation on it, but effectively it's solve the murder or be killed horribly. That is my understanding. I don't know how similar what I saw of the anime is to the game. As you can see, I'm nothing but a hopelessly average high school student. Average on the outside, average on the inside. I really don't have much going for me when it comes to grades, special abilities, even personality. I mean, yeah, I have hobbies and stuff I like to do, but it's not like I'm a psychic or mutant or whatever. Like, if you asked me what my favorite song was or my favorite movie or TV show, they'd all just be whatever's most popular at that particular moment. Even among the average, I'm completely average, so I can't even say I'm your everyday hero type. I don't know, being so average that you're, like, the very tip of the bell curve is, that's saying something. That's a power in and of itself. That's just who I am. Like, spy organizations would want to recruit you for the ability to be that normal. Anyway, I figure it's always good to introduce yourself right off the bat. Exactly, maybe. People would be asked to describe them, and it'd just be like, normal looking. But if I have any kind of strong point, so to speak, I'd say I'm a little more gung-ho than other people. I'm not familiar with the origins of the term gung-ho. I mean, it's been an idiom my whole life. I think idiom? Is that what those sayings are called? Or just, it's been a phrase I've heard my whole life, but I don't know where it comes from. Which means it's probably one of those ones that is like grotesquely, overtly racist, and it's just been sort of sanitized over time. I mean, look at me. I'm completely ordinary, but still. Here I am, standing in front of the anything but ordinary Hope's Peak Academy. I still can't believe I'm standing here. I wonder if someone like me can survive in a place like this. Ominous foreshadowing. It's got this overwhelming presence, like it's trying to swallow me whole. But it's no wonder I would feel that way. What you have to understand is... Well, let me just tell you about the preparation I did last night to get ready for today. Well, there you go, Tess. It almost always is when you look up word origins. Hope's Peak only invites those students who are the truly elite in their field. Let's see. There are 2 anonymous people. Though they're anonymous, but if you look, they have unique ID codes. Come on, keep it coming. Apparently my friend kinda knows them. I guess everything there is state-of-the-art. This year's Ultimate Pop Sensation is going to be going there. Yeah, the Ultimate Baseball Pro is going to be there too. And then there's a lot of stuff that's overlaid with text. Hope's Peak only invites those students who are the truly elite. It's such a popular topic, there are threads online dedicated to talking about the school's attendees. So to prepare, I looked up some of those threads. And all I saw was talk about ultimate students. Yeah, they use that word a lot. Who were way beyond your average high schooler. For example, one incoming student is the Ultimate Pop Sensation. Idol groups. I guess she's a high school girl who also who's also the lead singer for a pop group famous all over the country. There's also the Ultimate Baseball Star, who's going to have dental issues in the future. One of those teeth is going to burst. He was the cleanup hitter for the National High School Champs. Pro teams already have their eyes on him. Ooh, nice little visual effect there. Then there's the Ultimate Fashionista. They didn't They didn't waste any effort on the still frames. That's a good sign. That was one of the things that I didn't like about that Raging Loop, was that a vast majority of the still screens were boring. Oh, and they mentioned the ultimate biker gang leader too. Well, if the fashionista looked a little evil to you, here's your overtly evil looking guy. They almost make it look like he's got full-on fangs in that picture. You can't have a character like this without risking a pompadour, Tacitus. The stereotypical biker gang look, especially the look of the leader, is always kind of interesting. Like, that right there that guy's wearing is the stereotypical gang leader. The long coat with writing on it, usually patterning on the back. Bare chest except for a wrap. So on the male characters, it's usually like on the belly. On the female characters, it's usually across the chest. All in white. Let's see. The gang's name looks like Crazy Diamond. Again, the still frames are pretty cool. You've got some really good visuals, and then you have like an animated element to them. The scary thing is, he's the de facto leader of every biker gang in Japan. Gangs everywhere love the guy. He doesn't even have to directly run the gang. They just like, no, that's our leader. We admire him so much. On top of that, there's the ultimate martial artist, ultimate fanfic creator. Oh, there's a title. That's a worrying title, ultimate fanfic creator. The ultimate gambler, the ultimate swimming pro, the ultimate programmer, the ultimate clairvoyant. I feel like we can excise ultimate from this list at this point. You know, I think we can assume it. Reading that made me realize how totally powerless I was. It was the country's finest, top to bottom. I felt like a tame little house cat who wandered into a pride of lions. But still, there was something I couldn't stop thinking about. You see, there were a few students who I couldn't find any info on, no matter how much I looked. With all those ultimate students, I'm the only one without any kind of worthwhile talent. But then, what about those other new students who didn't seem to pop up anywhere? Could they be just average students like me without any talent or anything? That thought was kind of encouraging. I mean, I know I don't have much in the way of personality. This guy needs therapy. Really, somebody to really encourage them to self-actualize or something, you know? Oh, God, I'm just so awful. So dull and awful. But beyond that, there's an even bigger issue. How did such an unbelievably see? These are some self-esteem issues here. How did such an unbelievably average student like me get picked to come to this ultimate high school? I mean, I guess there is a reason. You just have to take one glance at the acceptance letter they sent me to see why. We recently held a lottery to select one ordinary student to attend our school. As a result, you have been selected, and we invite you to join us as the ultimate lucky student. They spelled it out plain as day. I got invited by pure luck. Honestly, I probably would have been better off just declining their offer. But after hearing how graduating was a guarantee for success later in life, I just couldn't say no. But then actually standing there in front of the school, I started to feel lost, like I didn't belong there. I could feel myself losing my nerve. But still, I can't just stand here in front of the gate forever. Frozen in place, murmuring to myself, I looked down at the acceptance letter clutched in my hand. It said there'd be a meeting for all incoming students in the main hall at 8 a.m. The meeting still isn't for a little while, but I should probably just head in. They seem to do a similar thing to what Phoenix Wright did, is that white text is supposed to be said out loud, blue text is in their head. Let's see if Makoto here is... I don't know if they're actually doing the westernized swap the order of the name and surname, or if they've kept the surname name order for the Japanese. I don't recall. We'll find out. But it seems like this is being said out loud. We'll see if everybody around the main character seems to be telepathic about what they're thinking of. Makes sense. I think I've heard Negi used as a name. No. A personal name. Gathered up all of my determination and tried to act like I'd done this a million times before. I took my first step towards the main hall. This is where we're supposed to meet, right? I guess I'm the first one here. There's a really elegant clock tower over in the... clock. It's a clock over. It's a clock over in the corner. It says it's 7:10 a.m. Niji? That could make sense. That's one thing that I know it's a tripping point, and it's also something that I haven't read into, is while the individual syllables have their own pronunciation, the common usage has some of them blur together. So you don't... Not every syllable is said as a syllable. Or not every letter is said as its own syllable. Meeting doesn't start until 8 o'clock, so there's still a full 50 minutes left. It makes sense nobody else would be here yet. I was so wound up I got here way too early. I have plenty of time before the meeting. Just standing around waiting isn't exactly... Hey there, Rimuru. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you join us. We are starting a Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc playthrough. Saw a little of the anime, never played any of the games. I don't know which came first. I should take a look around the school. Maybe that'll help me calm down a little. If you haven't seen our channel before, one thing you may notice is we have a cat camera in the lower left. And there are multiple points of view for that camera. I try to keep it targeted on a cat at all times, Right now we're watching Sammy, who's in the left center. Interesting. It can be fun to try to find out which order some of those things come, because you have a lot of like anime that come from light novels. You have stuff that comes from games. You have games that come from the other stuff. Figuring out which ones have the better quality and and when they appeared, you know. I am a student here now, so there shouldn't be any problem with me having a look around, right? It'll help me kill some time, if nothing else. Trying to play it cool, I took my first step into Hope's Peak Academy. It was also my first step towards starting a new life at a new school. At least, that's what I was hoping for. Swirly. What the? But the instant I took the first step forward, my view became warped, twisted. It was like some kind of delusion melting away and mixing together into something else. It's only a spiral transition. Spinning, mixing, melting away, then spinning again. And the next moment, everything went black. That was how it all began, and how life I knew came to an end. You've been isekai'd in a bad way. They're gonna star wipe him to death, Taz. At that point, I should have realized the reason I was brought to Hope's Peak Academy wasn't because I had ultimate good luck. It was so I could experience ultimate despair. Welcome to Despair High School. Would you like to save? Yes. Oh, man. The whole UX has changed. Groan. Man, semi-animated stills. Quality. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. It wouldn't be a very good desk if it was soft. You'd keep puncturing the paper, if nothing else. It would be too much of a temptation to nap upon it. What brings you to the channel, Rimuru? Body felt heavy. It's pretty normal for me to zonk off in the... Zonk off? I've heard zonk out, but never off. In the middle of some boring class or whatever, but... What was I doing sleeping here just now? This isn't a classroom I've ever been in before. Well, there will be plenty of them. Only 2 of them are visible currently. There are 2 more that might make an appearance. That's right, Ray Day. We're finally getting to play this one. We'll be doing a double stream of it. There will be a break in between before 4 o'clock, both to deal with YouTube shenanigans and also to give me an opportunity to prepare for the next 3+ hours. How have you been, Ray Day? What the heck is going on? So far, I'm impressed with the quality of the game. Well, like this kind of stuff right here. Even the stills are quality. They add a little animation to them now and again. And then you have scenes like this that have kind of a stop motion pop-up book kind of vibe. Ooh. If I recall, you said you were animating something as a gift for somebody before. Welcome to Hope's Peak Academy. Firstly, we'd like to explain the basic controls. You can use the mouse to adjust your aim. If you aim at an object you can interact with, you can press the left mouse button. And presto, you'll investigate that object. Use WASD buttons to adjust your viewpoint. Okay. Or you can press and hold the right mouse button and... Okay, well, a little bit of translation wrapping issues. And a little hiccup here. So you can press and hold the right mouse button / NAND move the mouse around. So I can't press both of them at once. Nice, nice. Why don't you try looking around the classroom? Fancy. Extra fancy. Ooh. Multiple people involved in a project like that is definitely something that would take some coordination. Is that a surveillance camera? It's a fancy surveillance camera. It's a monocam. Just the difference in materials that you can see. There are objects that look like they're paper. There are objects that look like... That looks like a dark outlined plastic object, the armature of the camera. It's a dangerous world we live in. I guess they have these to keep weirdos from just wandering in. Can't believe it's already 8 o'clock. It was just after 7 when I first got here. Has it really been almost an hour since then? Inverted controls, what's with that? Thought it was, but maybe not. What the heck? Like right there, those rivets are fixed perspective, no matter how you turn. The heck? In any normal classroom, that's where a window would be. It looks like some sort of metal plates have been bolted over it. And if I were to knock on it... Yep, definitely metal. Thick, too. Very solid. Hey, that's not what matters here. More importantly, why are there metal plates over the windows? Fires a little neon question mark at whatever you investigate. I know that it's effectively a murder game with an investigation aspect. That's pretty much what I recall. And that the bear is villainous. Killing games are a genre that can be very good, but it can also be poorly executed. That's the desk I fell asleep on. I can still see a line of drool I must have left there. Unintentional pun, but I'm gonna claim it. I'll have to clean that up later. It's this on the desk? Written in high-quality crayon. Just recalibrating a moment here. There we go. What's that on the desk? An orientation guide. It's some kind of cheap-looking pamphlet, and there's something handwritten on it. The next semester is about to start. Starting today, the school will be your entire world. So far, I'm very impressed in how this game is put together. Though, again, we're coming off of the last new one that we encountered as far as like visual novel stylish games. Was that Raging Loop, which we were not impressed with. The hell is this? Someone's idea of a joke? Okay, let's see. So what might have happened is I got myself so wound out, I passed out in the main hall, and then someone carried me here. If that's true, it must mean this is a classroom inside Hope's Peak. But then if that's true, that just raises more questions. This is all really strange. No, this is all perfectly normal. I mean, those metal plates covering the windows, it's like it's a prison or something. None of this makes any sense. Should probably head back to the main hall. It's already past the meeting time. There might be other students there now. You can leave the classroom by pressing the R key. A TV. The school is funded by the national government, so I guess it's not that weird to have TVs in here. Something feels off. I wonder what it is. Making sure there's nothing else to look at. Leave the area. Pretty much, Rimuru. It's... Could this be a type of prison when you see metal plates bolted over where windows should definitely be? Just seeing that kind of thing should be the biggest of red flags. This hallway is kind of weird too. This is getting stranger by the second. Honestly, I have no idea what's going on. For now, I'll just head to the main hall. Can move through the hallway. Hold down the shift key while moving to run. Also press the tab key to bring up a map. Tab key to close the map. How convenient. There's an inn. Room 1B, locked tight. Swanky. Wonder where this red door leads. I'm starting to feel sick standing here. The AV room. It's locked. Okay, wasn't expecting this kind of thing. Store. Danger, keep out. The nurse's office, off limits. Bathrooms. Boys' bathroom. Good thing I don't have to go. The girls' bathroom. Not that it matters, but it's locked. Or why there's a gate here. Okay, everything is locked. By the time I got back to the main hall, everyone else was already there.
Whoa, hey! Another new kid?
Well, there's a cast of characters. Those cameras look like they have a pair of linked machine guns.
Huh? Then you guys are all...
Yeah, we're all new here. Today's supposed to be our first day of class.
Behold, all of the most anime kids possible.
So, counting him, that makes 15. Seems like a good cutoff point, but I wonder if this is everyone.
Standing before me were the ultimate students, looking around at everyone who's gathered here, taking in their fate. I looked around, taking in their faces one at a time. Maybe I was just imagining it, but I swear I could feel a kind of aura coming from each of them. Oh, love these little animations. Yep. Sorry. They're like a combination of mounted turret and TV camera. So, how's it going? Was it Makoto Niji? I don't know how much... We're probably not going to get a lot of voice acting, Rimuru, unfortunately. I don't get a lot of vocal variation. One day, maybe I'll get there. And looking at least 6 hours of this, we're probably it's gonna wear on the old throat. So we'll get tone, but probably not voice. Left eye is all wonky again. Look at that. Sorry I'm late. A bunch of stuff happened, and then all of a sudden, I was just asleep.
Huh?
That's, So it looks like he's got, like, the heavily matted style of dreadlock. But then there's also got to be either wire supports or all of the hairspray. Just all of it. You too. Things keep getting curiouser and curiouser. And this fellow here, goth lollying as hard as she can. And a hamster. So strange. I declare beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is a strange situation indeed. What are you talking about? I honestly have no idea what's going on right now. Everything's fine.
Got it!
Just a moment, there's something else we must address. Yes, the fact that you're wearing epaulettes in a classroom. Wait, are those epaulettes when they're just the flat plates? I know the ones that have, like, the little tassels are.
Listen to me!
Objection! Makoto, your tardiness is unacceptable. Surely you are aware the meeting was to start at 8 a.m. sharp. He's got some eyebrows. Let's see. That does lead me to believe that Makoto is his surname. Since this looks like the kind of guy that would be formal. Be late on your first day is unspeakable. I must report you, and you must accept your due punishment.
What?
What's your problem? It's not like he wanted to be late. He didn't have any control over it.
That's right.
Everyone just calm down. Listen, why don't we all go around and introduce ourselves?
Huh?
The hell? Now's no time for friggin' introductions. Maybe, but it may be good to at least find out who we all are before digging into the bigger problems here. Well, we've got ultimate fashionista, ultimate fanfic writer, an ultimate hall monitor doesn't seem like it would be out of the question. I mean, how are we even supposed to talk to each other if we don't know each other's names?
Yeah.
You just look at the top of the voice box once you introduce yourself once. That's a good point. Okay, so let's get introductions out of the way, then we can move on to whatever else. Sound good? I'm still totally lost, but I think it's best to just focus on getting to know each other for now. So I guess this is as good a chance as I'm going to get. I already looked everyone up on that Hope's Peak Academy thread online, but... I don't know if it was a parody, but I saw like a comedy spin-off of... I think it was, and now I can't remember what the show is, but it was one of those child detective animes. And the spin-off of it seemed to be the daily life of the villain silhouette. Like the guy all in pitch black, like the silhouette of a person all in pitch black, like going about daily life. I still don't really know what kind of people they actually are. Time to find out. I'll start by talking to those 5 over there. Aim at a student and press the left mouse button to talk to them. Each conversation is important to the overall story, so keep track of how they go. That surveillance camera has what looks like a gun attached to it. Each camera has 2 twin-linked autocannons attached. But there's no way that's a real gun, right? Cow, what's with this huge metal hatch? Reminds me of the vault doors in Fallout. Looks like the kind of thing you'd see in a secret military base or something. See? This is the same main hall I was in before, right? This door definitely wasn't there here then, though. A mailbox. There's nothing inside. All of the objects are fixed perspective. Like, they tilt a little bit, but for the most part, like, they stay exactly how they were. They're like hovering cardboard cutouts.
I am Hifumi Yamada. But if you want to call me by my nickname,
The Alpha and the Omega!
I don't mind.
I will never call you that. The ultimate fanfic creator. Well, that explains where the name came from. By the way, how much do you know about the world of 2D art? I don't know what you're talking about. 2D art. World of 2D? Well, in that world, I am well known as I'm well known and supremely well regarded as the ultimate fanfic creator. I once sold 10,000 copies of one of my fan comics at a school festival. The event has passed into legend. I mean, to me, that would imply that people came to the school festival in order to buy that fanfic, which is relatively impressive. Some of them didn't get it, of course, saying I'd tainted the event, but how stupid can you be? That's too bad about them, but selling 10,000 copies like that is definitely pretty remarkable.
However,
the words of such idiots mean nothing to me. I am like Van Gogh, utterly unappreciated in my time. Can we cut your ears off, though? I am a soldier, serving night and day to destroy all mindless preconceptions about fan fiction. I'm sure if you were to observe my work, Mr. Neji, you would comprehend its greatness immediately. And you get definite hamster vibes from his face. But his overall appearance feels like, he's got kind of a jelly donut vibe to him, but more like a pudding in a water balloon. Like the head is just the little bit that's kind of squirted up at the top. Those eyelashes. Look at that. For my work is filled with the deepest meaning. What kind of meaning?
yes indeed.
It's about embracing our basest urges. I don't think I want to comprehend it. Just look at that. Look at that. So, you got teeny tiny legs, and then most of the mass here. But it's got that kind of like gumdrop vibe here. Like you stuck two toothpicks into the bottom of a gumdrop and then tied off the top to make a head.
Yo, the name's Leon Kuwata. What's up?
Wow. That expression did not match the voice and phrase at all. Nice to meet you. I'm just so angry. Ultimate Baseball Star. I recognize that name. He let his hair grow out, and his facial hair. He played for the Ultimate High School Champs as their cleanup hitter, the Ultimate Baseball Star. And that superb athletic specimen is... this guy. You? Seriously? What's wrong? Nothing, I'm just surprised. I figured with you being the Ultimate Baseball Star and... Look, what are you expecting? Some kid with a shaved head? Shaved head? No, I was just expecting more of a, sporty-looking traditional baseball player type. I mean, when I found that article and picture of you online, that's how you looked. Straining very hard, huh? Right? Man, you found that picture of me playing baseball? Seriously? I hate that picture.
What the crap?
This is not cool. This is so not cool. Seriously, I'm like mega embarrassed right now. How could they still be circulating that picture without all of my piercings? It's even lacking my little chin braid thing. I didn't have a choice, okay? Shaving your head was like that was part of national championship regulations.
Seriously?
But now I refuse to cut my hair, and I'm gonna dye it back to normal. And I'm not gonna dye it back to normal either.
Hey, listen.
I'm seeing at least 4 hoops on his right ear. Kind of true, Tess. I saw that picture of you that one time, and I assumed that you would be like that forever. Frozen in time. Exactly, Rimuru. I know I became famous for this one particular thing, and that's the only thing I'm known for being good at, but I want people to think about me for all of the other things that I'm not necessarily good at all.
You know...
Right there. I don't like baseball, like, at all. I've never gone to a single practice. He's never practiced, and he was still his team's star player. Some kind of prodigy.
Yeah!
And as soon as I got accepted here, I quit baseball for good. I have my own dream for the future. Why did you play? Like, did he come out and, like, hit a ball a couple of times and everybody was like, you're amazing, you should join the team? Then he said, like, no, I don't like baseball at all. I just don't. And then they threw a bag over his head and took him to the championship. A dream for the future? My only path in life is getting into music. You can feel that star quality aura I have, right? I just noticed he has a gigantic safety pin in the right collar of his coat there. Just an absolutely enormous safety pin.
You know what I mean. How cool is that?
This new version of me that's chasing after my dream is like super cool to the max. I can't believe what I'm hearing. I never imagined I'd hear something like that from a baseball all-star.
Hi, I'm Sayaka Mizono. I look forward to getting to know you.
The ultimate pop sensation. The way she moves is positively mesmerizing. And that pleasant scent I can't quite place. Oh, see. It went from admiring to creepy in just one sentence. Wow, she moves so well, and she smells good. Sayaka Mizono. When I saw her name in that thread online, frankly, I was pretty surprised. She's in a pop group famous all across the country. In fact, she's their lead singer. As the ultimate pop sensation, she's in high demand to appear on TV and in magazines everywhere. But actually, that's not the only reason I was so surprised to find out she'd be going to this school. I'm sure she doesn't remember, but... well, never mind. No matter how you slice it, she's really beautiful. Almost like a doll or something. There's some social commentary. Okay, so yes, this is going to be just like Phoenix, right? Everybody around the main character is at least lightly telepathic. Neji actually says those blue lines out loud, like he's muttering them instead of just saying them in his head. Huh? Did you hear me? I'm psychic. Huh? Kidding, I just have really good intuition. She's a sharp one.
Hey,
But hey, by any chance... now what?
Huh?
Yeah, it must be. I'm sure of it. Hey, Makoto did...
Hold on.
Jeez, you guys. How long do you plan to waste our valuable time with this ridiculous back and forth? So, it is Naegi? I'm never really sure with some of them. Okay. Good to get confirmation one way or the other. So that we don't sound silly for the entire set of streams. Sorry, just got carried away, I guess.
You hear me?
Self-introductions are for introducing yourself, not bumbling through a bunch of idle chit-chat. I get the impression that his only mode of speaking is shouting passionately. You're right. Sorry, Makoto. We can talk about this later. Sounds like Sayaka really had something she wanted to say. But it's not like we'll never see each other again. Like she said, we can talk later.
Not that you'll remember my name anyway, but...
Another self-confidence case. They'll get along swimmingly.
I'm Toko Fukawa.
The ultimate writing prodigy. So, this is a fun this is a fun grouping here because we've got the ultimate writing prodigy. So she is considered the best writer, the supreme writer. Across the room, we have the ultimate fanfic creator, which implies that the people that deem them the ultimate do not consider the fanfic creator a writer. Yeah, she wrote a novel when she was 10 that got everyone talking and launched her literary career. Then 2 years ago, she released So Lingers the Ocean, a love story said to be her masterpiece. The book was such a hit with women that fishermen quickly shot to the top of every hottest men poll. And based on that content, the way they're describing the content of her book, it's not like the content of their apparent writing is terribly different. Oh, okay. Well, that would make a difference, Rimuru. The implications of being a doujinshi creator shifts the genre much more heavily to the side. Despite her age, she's won countless literary prizes, and all her books are instant bestsellers. Exactly, Taz. This is why she became known as the ultimate writing prodigy. What else would you call such a young and talented author? But I figured she'd be the lovey-dovey type, with her masterpiece being a romance and all.
What's your problem?
That's a troubling facial expression. Oh, it's not polite to stare? Stop staring at me like I'm some filthy creature. Got some rapid mood swings going on here. Filthy creature? No, I just thought... I know what you just thought. You just thought you'd never seen such an ugly woman. You just thought it would be so funny. No, that's not what I was thinking at all. Back away slowly.
I'm telling you.
Don't bother trying to lie to me. I know it's true. Otherwise I know you can't stand looking at me.
Anyway.
Whatever, I don't really care. I'm used to it. Talk about an inferiority complex. I was way off about what a successful author would be like. Yeah. Naegi has no idea what an inferiority complex is like. He has the most self-esteem.
I'm Kiyotaka Ishimaru. I believe in bold simplicity. Let's work together on our educational crusade.
Okay, you used the word crusade in your introduction. You are standing at attention if except for the arms folded in front. And even your boot heels are together. He is the type of person that would, like, almost goose-step march down the hallway, and then upon coming to a start, would click his heels. Yep, there we go. His intro slide has him standing at attention. So that's Kiyotaka. According to what I saw about him on that thread, he went to a famous private school and won top honors every year. He's basically a flawless honor student. He's also known for the work he's done with his community's Public Morals Committee. They say he respects rules above all else, earning his title of Ultimate Moral Compass. Anyway, you can call me Taka. You said your name was Makoto Naegi, right? He really has the vibe, like, his visuals really have the vibe of someone that you'd expect to see in front of a podium overlooking an entire, like, parade ground full of soldiers in stormtrooper outfits. You are the, that is the second comment to that effect I have seen recently there, Chris Kringle. Having seen those, I don't know if I've accomplished something or not, but it feels like I have. That's a good name. A strong name. You should thank your parents for giving you such an excellent name.
You hear me?
Yeah, right there. If you want to accomplish the impression that I was talking about there, replace name with country.
Got it.
Life is worth putting every ounce of effort into it, right? Right! This guy is kind of annoying. Okay, now to those 5 people over there.
Name's Mondo Owada. Nice to fucking meet you.
I guess. Well, have fun, Chris Kringle. I'm sure it's a very nice box. It's interesting, they had him use friggin' earlier. Take a look here. Clicky. Processing. Processing. Oh, that is a cute profile picture. Gem pause. That's true, Tass. You gotta be cautious of those YouTube policies. Ultimate Biker Gang leader Mondo Owada. Mondo Owada, which means he's the current leader of the largest biker gang in Japan. He's earned respect, even awe, from every gang in the country. He's the ultimate biker gang leader. Nice to meet you too.
Yo.
Hell yeah. It's another... So they have him saying hell yeah. Which I feel like you have, like, if you're actually using the phrase You have to say it with a particular amount of enthusiasm. But his posture and the little voice bark that they did there implied that he was kind of saying it like, hell yeah. Like he's obligated to use that sort of phrase and embarrassed about it. I better be careful around him. One wrong word and I could wake up at the bottom of the sea. I wonder if he's considered the ultimate Rimuru because the second biggest biker gang leader is what amounts to a high schooler. Maybe the actual biggest one is an adult, and he stands to, you know, overtake him at some point. Yeah, you'd have to have some energy in it, right? I'd end up at the bottom. Does he think that the guy's a member of the mafia? Well, you know, biker gangs are supposed to be a different thing.
Hi, I'm Junko Enoshima. Charmed, I'm sure.
That grin. That is not the grin of a sane person. The ultimate fashionista. Maybe it's like a franchise operation, Tass. Like, you know, you buy in and you get the resources of the Yakuza, but maybe you just can't stand the formality, so you go with the biker gang option. You know, biker gang, a division of Yakuza. The character art has they have very exaggerated features. They're going for strong, distinctive elements. Anyone would recognize this one. She's got more charm and presence than any high school girl in the country. She's the ultimate fashionista. Let's see. So on the left, we've got a lot of floral prints on black with an eye patch. Then top center is either... Top center looks like it's sort of like military inspired. Though you'd think having if you used those pockets where they seem to be positioned, that it would chafe. I am aware that Phineas and Ferb is a thing that exists, and I've seen, like, clips from it, but I never watched it. It was after my time. I've seen her on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality. You could take that as a compliment or an insult.
What?
Huh?
Come on.
Oh, are you talking about my cover photos and junk? Well, of course, those are totally photoshopped. Photoshopped? Yeah, you know, edited to hell and back with, like, computers and junk? Oh, so they aren't real.
What can we do?
Come on, don't act surprised. You're gonna make me all depressed.
Totally.
a key part of every Photoshop session with her art was to, with her after her shoots was to lower her head down several inches. It's totally normal these days to Photoshop the crap out of cover photos. If you're surprised by that, you'd be totally blown away by a certain dangerous little diva of ours. They make the eyes and junk super big. Okay, so I know that for the translation they're trying to do a Valley Girl thing. So the use of and junk and similar, but yes, Rammer, that's where I was going. They make the eyes and junk super big. This is a Illinois farmer's wife problem in the sentence construction. You mean they make the eyes and junk super big? Like eyes and junk? Or they make the eyes super big and they make the junk super big? And tweak the skin so it looks all ceramic and porcelain. Oh, so many dreams are getting crushed today. Pause. 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 Can I ask you your name? Pause.
My name is Kyoko Kirigiri.
Kirigiri. Ultimate something. She's pretty tight-lipped, huh? Oh, but you know, her name didn't show up anywhere in that Hope's Peak Academy thread. And I didn't see that that there were students like me. Ones who didn't have any real identity or presence. There's that self-esteem issue again. Oh, Sammy has moved along. You can see her her tail in the lower right there. She's deciding where she wants to sit now. I think it might be time for pets here. Come on. Could this girl be one of them? So what are you doing at this school?
What?
What is that supposed to mean? No, I just meant getting invited here means you're some kind of ultimate something, right? So what ultimate something are you?
That doesn't matter.
Why should I tell you? Huh? I guess you don't have to tell me.
Whew.
No, I don't have to tell you, so I'm not gonna. So there. Nothing about her turned up online, so I was thinking maybe she got picked by chance like me, but her face is like an iron mask. She doesn't want to tell me anything, no point in asking.
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Chihiro Fujisaki.
The ultimate programmer. Sorry, I get kind of embarrassed whenever I introduce myself like this. Anyway, I hope we can get along. Same here, nice to meet you.
Huh?
Huh? Maybe it's just my imagination, but have we met before? I don't think so. We just met for the first time. Which is why I said nice to meet you. That is a protracted introduction there, Kuma. Welcome to the channel. I have to assume, based on the name, that perhaps you are familiar with the game we are playing. Well, that and the content of the introduction.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, good point. Sorry. You don't have to apologize for that.
Yeah.
That is an interesting claim, Kuma. Hiro Fujisaki is known for all the cutting-edge programs she's created. She's the ultimate programmer. She's also got that timid little bunny type thing going, which has endeared her to her legion of fans. So what brings you here, Kuma? Is it perhaps the game being played? Is it something else? Hey, so listen.
I'm sorry.
I'm really sorry. What are you apologizing for now? Well, just 'cause you seem upset. You must be mad at me, right? No, not at all. I was just lost in thought about something.
Huh?
Lost in thought? Yeah, it had nothing to do with me being upset or anything.
Thank you.
Oh, that's good. I was afraid maybe you didn't like me. Okay, so we have the person that immediately assumes the worst about everybody that's interacting with her. We have the person that's afraid that they have offended everybody interacting with them. We have the person who shouts everything that they do to interact with people. Got a whole rogues gallery here. I'm glad. Giggle, giggle. I'm starting to understand why her fans are so into her.
Heya! I'm Aoi Asahina, but my friends just call me Hina. Sup?
Owie. The ultimate swimming pro. Aoi Asahina. She's been breaking records in every competition she's been in since elementary school. She's even been chosen as an upcoming Olympic cadet. She is, without a doubt, the ultimate swimming pro. The combination of her ability, appearance, and, proportions have made her widely discussed online. So, what was your name again? So, sorry, totally forgot. Makoto Nayaji. Makoto. Oh yeah, I knew it was something like that. No, not something like that. It is that. Sure, got it. Whatever. I think I'm more right. Here, I'll hammer it into my brain right now. Makoto Naegi. Makoto Naegi. Just kept repeating my name and moving her finger across her palm like she was writing something. What are you doing? You don't know? If you want to remember someone's name, you gotta write it on your hand 3 times. Never heard of that before in my life. Hey, by the way, how do you spell your last name? You spell it exactly like it sounds. Well, I have no idea. I'll just figure it out later and write it down.
Okay.
Anyway, glad to meet you. There's our obligatory ditzy character. But one thing I've learned is that she's totally easygoing and bursting with energy. These four over here are the only ones left.
I do not think we have been introduced. I am Celestia Ludenberg.
The slight European accent, the frankly mid to Eastern European name. There's a lot of stereotypes in use here. We actually saw something similar in Phoenix Wright a while back. The use of very frilly European outfits and a verging on, Eastern European verging on German accents and names to give the really formal, what would it be, like serious types. Ultimate Gambler. Celestia Luden, huh? Ludenberg. It is my name, but if you don't mind, I would prefer you call me Celeste. Yep, they go for that actually porcelain complexion, the red eyes, and a very like black and white motif with red highlights. Very vampire, if not general villain. Though the maid theming kind of detracts from the villain and makes it lean vampire. You are Japanese, right?
Huh?
Of course. Why do you ask? If you don't mind, could you tell me your real name? I don't know what you're talking about. Celestia Ludenberg is my real name. But as I mentioned, I would much rather you call me Celeste. She's polite but pretty forceful at the same time. I don't think she wants to say any more about it. Can't remember what that type of jewelry is called on her right pointer finger there. She's got the little like little carapace ring looking thing. That's not inaccurate, Rimuru. Weird metal finger thing. Self-styled Celestia Ludenberg. She's the ultimate gambler who's never lost a bet. And the real question becomes, Rayday, were you actually exceptional at those games? Or was it just that everybody was terrible? Based on your second sentence, it implies the former. Other than her obvious love of gothic Lolita clothes, everything about her is wrapped in a veil of lies. Naegi, or is it Naegi? Oh yes, that is a real thing, Rimuru. I've also seen some that are like each finger and then like chains to a wristband and whatnot. It can get very ornate, complicated. A They say she entered and won an underground gambling competition, earning the title of Queen of Liars. She totally cleaned out the other players, taking their life savings and laughing as she did it. I look forward to getting to know you better. That smile is beyond deceptive. I better watch myself around her.
I'm Yasuhiro Hagakure. Hero for short. Take it easy, yeah? I know I will.
The ultimate clairvoyant. Yasuhiro Hagakure, known as Supernova in the psychic community. The trend-setting ultimate clairvoyant. He's called Supernova because his hair exploded. Honestly, I don't really get all that fortune-telling stuff. It's pretty much beyond me. Still, I can't help wondering if there's any truth to it.
Could it be?
Okay, I give up. Huh? What happened?
Serious?
I saw it. I looked right at it. Seriously, I totally saw it. Saw what? A guardian angel with a crazy perm chasing after Bigfoot, running off with a skyfish in its mouth. And that guardian angel is your guardian angel. Nah, I'm just kidding. But hey, we should grab some brewskis. Oh, brewskis. Sometime and get real deep into Lemuria and its civilization. Yeah, I'm sensing more hippie mysticism than clairvoyance going on here.
You know?
In high school. Oh, I'm actually 21. I've been held back a few times, see? And, well, it's a long story. How would that be possible? Few times? Yeah, I bet that is a long story.
Name's Byakuya Togami.
Byakuya. Byakuya. Ultimate affluent progeny. Aren't these supposed to be talents as opposed to just, like, pedigree? He is the most spoiled and rich spoiled rich boy. Nice to meet you. That's the most half-assed introduction I've ever heard. There isn't really anything I can do about it. No, Rimuru. He didn't pay to get in. His family paid to get in, for him to get in. Even among the ultimate students, this one is special. Byakuya to Byakuya. That last syllable's throwing me off. He's the heir apparent of his family's massive financial conglomerate. He's already started managing business operations, and his own personal assets are, well, vast. So, I mean, there's definitely going to be that aspect of super nepotism involved. But the fact that they're talking about him as the ultimate affluent progeny instead of, like, the ultimate hereditary businessman or something like that, seems like a missed opportunity. Because you would get the same vibe. I inherited so much money that I get to be successful, but then that he's actually good at it would make him impressive and unique, as opposed to just, I have a lot of money so I get to be in business, but I'm actually really bad about it, but I have enough money that I can buffer it. His title of Ultimate Affluent Progeny is completely accurate. He's the definition of exceptional. That's not what any of those words mean, except for ultimate. Given his title, Rayday, I can't imagine that he's anything but a pain. Everything I learned about him from that Hope's Peak Academy thread online.
Come on.
We're done with introductions, right? How much longer are you going to stand there? Go away. I'm sick of looking at you. Izora says to me, you and I will never stand on the same level. Like a king in training.
I am Sakura Ogami.
I love the disjoint on the voice and the appearance. That is amazing. Ultimate martial artist. It's like we have a bunch of stereotypical anime high schoolers, and then it pans to the left and we've got this person from Baki the Grappler. I almost asked her if she was a guy. Sexist. The day I say something like that out loud is the day I get turned into a human meatball. But now I remember, she competed in a martial arts tournament in America and won, despite being a girl. She's the ultimate martial artist. She's fought in over 400 matches and never lost a single one. I also love how she's wearing the stereotypical sailor's outfit. With the sleeve, you'd think the sleeves might be torn off, but it looks like they were exploded by her biceps. Well, of the 3 games we've tried recently, at least 2 of them have had questionable protagonists. But so far, Makoto here is less awful than the first one. In the second one, we don't know if the person is ultimately awful, since they're more of a stand-in for the player. But the main character in Raging Loop sets a very high bar for awful main characters, so we'll see how Makoto measures up. The thread also said a bit more about her. Yeah, I don't think there's anything redeemable about the introductory sniffing. I don't think you can wave that off as far as something that you do when you first meet a person. Some call her Ogre. Some even think she's the closest known relative to the primates, the famed missing link. Well, given those comments, at least the forums sound like they're true to life. You have to wonder what the hamster guy would have done if he had been the one getting introduced to everybody. Like, could we see the introduction sequence from his perspective? So I feel like there would be a lot of sweat and panting. Any incoming Hope's Peak students who are reading this, let me warn you right now. If you value your life, avoid her at all costs. Standing in front of her now, I don't think they were exaggerating about that. she's got at least a foot on everyone else.
Hey.
Hey, you. Huh? Yes? I snapped to attention without even realizing it. Then she started to poke and prod at my body. What are you? Muscular quality and quantity is right around that of an extremely ordinary high school student. What a shame. You're not at all fit to act as my training partner. Not sure that's such a shame for me. With that, all introductions are done. Even though they're all ultimate, they each have their own individual sort of, something. With Makoto, it's creepy in the unwanted advance sense. Like, Makoto is creepy as a result of this. When we look at how Sakura is introducing, it's creepy on the recipient side. Like, you should be creeped out because she's thinking about killing you. Like, perhaps you're somebody I could wail upon and become stronger as a result. Or would you survive the beating that I could give you? Okay, time to get down to business. This is no time to stand around making friends like a bunch of dull-eyed baboons. Oh, that's true. We don't want to be thought of as baboons. I think someone said something about a bigger problem or something. What was that about?
Listen.
Well, you see... Makoto, you said a bunch of stuff happened and then you were just asleep, right? Well, the same is true for all of us. What? Seriously?
I mean, seriously?
Just after each of us got to the main hall, we lost consciousness. But what type of slide transition did you experience? And when we came to, we were somewhere here in the school. That's what happened to you, right? But that's just weird. Every one of us would get knocked out like that.
Piece of shit!
Wow. Exactly. That's why we're all freaking out. And that's not the only thing. You saw where all of the windows in the class and hallways were, right? But instead of normal glass windows, it was a bunch of big metal plates. What's that about?
Are you for real?
The presentation of some of the areas in the game remind me of the parallel worlds that you encounter in the Persona games, starting with 3. Got a sort of surreal vibe in places with out-of-place objects. Not quite as far as the witch domains in Madoka Magica, but that same sort of feeling where the art of the environment is out of step with the art of the people participating in it or present in it. Plus, all my stuff's missing, even my cell phone. Yeah, you're right. I haven't seen my PDA anywhere either. And then there's the main hall here. The front exit is completely blocked by some giant metal hatch.
What does this mean?
What does this mean? Means you're trapped, stupid. There wasn't anything like that when I first got here. Are you sure? What the heck? What's it doing there? Blocking your escape, that's what. you think? Maybe we got caught up in some kind of like, crime or something?
Is it like...
What, like a kidnapping? You think maybe someone grabbed us and hauled us off? And we're not actually at school?
Hey, come on.
Come on, I mean, that's a very normal high school vault door, and those are completely ordinary, run-of-the-mill high school assault weapon cannons mounted on cameras. Come on, don't think like that. Cheer up. I bet this is all just part of the school's orientation procedure. Exactly, it's a normal school orientation. You drug everybody that comes in through the front door, you drag them to random classrooms, you give them strange, disturbing messages, and then you have them all gather in front of a gigantic vault door overlooked by machine guns. Completely normal. This is the phenomena we see in things like that Murder by Numbers, Ray, where you're accompanied by a little hovering robot. Like, it flies around, it talks, it can, like, scan everything very freely, and nobody blinks an eye at it. Everybody, they don't comment on its presence. And then, in this case, it's like they're talking about these things like, this is weird, maybe something is going on. You think?
You know?
Yeah, I'm sure of it. So I'm just going to take it easy for a little bit.
I see.
So you think that they wanted to do something to surprise us?
What the hell?
Oh, well, if that's all it is, it's nap time for me. That's an expression. He's got kind of a Simpsons face going on with the curved out upper lip extending beyond the lower. Yeah, I feel like even if the party, like, you weren't aware of the party and the party was still very nice, being drugged and abducted and dropped off at the venue would sort of put a damper on the festivities. One moment, please. There we go.
You know what I mean.
I was up way too late last night, so I could use a little shut-eye. I could feel everyone's tension evaporating. Well, his argument was just so convincing. Ignore the machine guns, ignore the giant vault door sealing you inside, ignore the drugging, ignore the kidnapping. I'm sure everything is fine, and everybody's like, oh, okay. Exactly, Ray Day had to reboot the motor control here. Exactly, Rimuru. But then it began. Ding dong, bing bong. At what point did that become like the universal school bell? Like that particular chime there. It started to show up in like every anime. I recall hearing it at schools. It just became pervasive.
Testing, testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system.
That's a cute voice.
Am I on? Can everyone hear me? Okay, well then.
The voice seemed totally out of place. It was so playful, so completely unconcerned. I couldn't help but feel a deep, unnerving dread at the sound of it. It was like hearing someone laugh at the scene of an accident.
To all incoming students, I would like to begin the entrance ceremony at right now. Please make your way to the gymnasium at your earliest convenience. That's all. I'll be waiting.
What the hell was that just now?
Goodbye.
Oh, then, if you'll excuse me. Hey, what, you're gonna take off just like that?
Could it be?
Oh, yeah, now I get it. The whole thing was just to get us all pumped up for the entrance ceremony. And thank God it was all a joke. I'd be totally freaked out if this was real.
You know?
Alright, guess I'll head out too. Wonder what they got planned for us. I like how they gloss over the "we have appeared in a strange location" with a giant vault door and machine gun security camera turrets. And then they're like, oh, yeah, come to the gymnasium. It's time for your orientation ceremony. And they're like, oh, this is just how that school operates. I see. Damn, I was totally looking forward to that nap, too. Why'd they have to go and kill the mood?
Huh?
The napping mood? Wait for me, I want to go with you. And as that, then, I will see you all there.
Anyway.
Not that anyone cares, but I'm gonna go too. Everyone took off for the gym, but I was frozen where I stood. That uneasy feeling I'd had before. I couldn't get it out of my mind. And it looked like I wasn't the only one. This doesn't seem right. No. No.
This is bad.
Yeah, that announcement was totally weird. No. Why do you guys think that?
However,
Maybe, but just staying put here doesn't mean we'll be safe. Besides, aren't you guys a little bit curious to find out what's going on here?
I see.
If we do not move forward, we learn nothing. The only choice is to push ahead. I guess she's right. But still, I'm really nervous. We don't have a choice. We have to go. They said go to the gym, right? Save.
Well,
She's got the cold part, Ray, but, well, she's close to the cold part. But the fact that it's much more of a you think the worst of me. You think terrible things about me instead of I'm going to be a jerk to you. And she also lacks the lovey side. You okay? Is everything okay? True, if we do not move forward, we learn... Okay, yep, you just said that.
Listen.
I know how you feel, but all we can do now is check it out, right? Something weird is going on here, right? It's not just me. What the hell? Is this some kind of bad joke?
Shit.
The hell kind of game are they playing?
This is bad.
What was with that announcement? It was like totally creepy. I guess we have that to look forward to then, right, eh?
Hey, come on.
I had no idea this Hope's Peak Academy place was going to be such a pain in my balls. Really ain't that much different from the time I spent in juvie. Hell, this place is even worse. Why isn't there anyone here? Walking through the halls, I didn't see a single person.
This is bad.
Isn't that, like, seriously not good? They're just trying to spook us. They'll take those metal plates down later, I'm sure of it. Yes, the giant rusty bolts holding them in place definitely implies that somebody's just gonna pop by soon and take them down. What we can do now is hope for the best and prepare for the worst. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Oh hell, it ain't like I'm scared or nothing. Let's just get this over with. Hey, where's whoever called us here?
What are you thinking?
Mondo, stop! No running! Because that's the important thing to worry about here, is adherence to a rule set that you don't know if it applies. Sir, for all you know, you're breaking the rules by trying to enforce those rules on that person that you think is breaking the rules.
Well then.
I too shall go. He squealed like a piggy. Wait, don't leave me here all alone, he says, running away from you as if you don't count. Time for some more tutorial action. You can press the tab key to observe the room you're in. Observing will display what people and objects near you can interact with. Sorry for the late notice. Boop. Nice. This is a feature that every adventure game needs. A display case. There are all kinds of trophies and plaques here. Of course, all the students who go here are ultimate, right? So this is probably just a tiny fraction of their awards. So I can see the plaques and trophies on the second tier. But on the first tier, the second and third tiers there, on the first tier, we have little clay things that look like those weird burial dolls. They have a cartoonish rendition of them in Animal Crossing. Then I believe we have a golden Buddha. What may be a plaque. A sword. And then what I'm guessing is a kind of a Japanese armor helmet. These look less trophy. And then we have the very European styled like heraldry banners. Well, there's a lot of TVs. They couldn't all just be for that weird school broadcast, could they? Yeah, right there. The characters are like cardboard standees with a little drop shadow behind them.
This is bad.
Totally getting a bad vibe right now. Did you smell something bad on someone? Where are all the other students? Why are we the only ones here? Because you didn't go through the door with everyone else, ma'am. Total silence. For whatever reason, she's the only one managing to stay calm. Maybe I'm just imagining that. Still filled with uneasy dread, I did what the announcement said and went to the gym. And I saw what was waiting for us there. Really does look like an entrance ceremony.
Yo.
See, I told you, it's a totally normal entrance ceremony. Hero was right. But in a way, that just emphasized how completely not normal all of us were. Well,
Hey there!
and
Howdy,
also,
hello! Is everyone here? Good! Then let's get things rolling!
yeah, it's a perfectly normal entrance ceremony, except for everything else about this. Fully animated sequence.
Huh? Teddy bear?
I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma! And I am this school's headmaster!
It was the strangest thing I'd ever seen. Right before my eyes, it was... What I was seeing was... It was utterly incomprehensible.
Nice to meet you all!
Such a bright voice and carefree attitude was completely out of place. All that anxiety I'd been carrying with me suddenly transformed into outright fear.
Say what?
That teddy bear can talk. Calm down. I'm sure there's just a speaker inside it.
Hey, come on now!
I told you already I'm not a teddy bear. There's a bit of a red glow forming on its face there.
Master.
I'm Monokuma, and I'm your headmaster.
Say what?
It moved.
Shit.
Seriously, man, calm down. It's probably just a remote control toy or something. How dare me? How dare me? How dare you compare me to a child's plaything? You've cut me deep. Deeper than the Mariana Trench. My remote control system is so complex even the folks at NASA can't recreate or even comprehend it. But don't make me say stuff that might destroy NASA's dreams. I just couldn't bear that.
Well,
Bear that? Really? You are unfortunate. Now then, moving on. We really must hurry and get started.
Come on.
Giving up already? No other stupid bear puns?
Now then.
Quiet down now, quiet down. Ah, okay, so... He has abandoned the gag.
Good morning!
Everyone stand at attention and bow. And good morning.
You hear me?
Good morning.
What's your problem?
You don't have to say it back.
Now then.
Now then, let us commence with a most noteworthy and memorable entrance ceremony. First, let's talk a bit about what your school life here will be like. Now, make no mistake, you few students, so full of potential, represent the hope of the world. And to protect such splendid hope, you will all live in a communal life together solely within the confines of this school. Everyone will live in harmony together and adhere to the rules and regulations of the school. Now then, regarding the end date for this communal life, there isn't one. In other words, you'll all be here until the day you die. Such is the school life you've been assigned. What did he just say? Until the day we die?
Yep.
Oh, but fear not, we have quite an abundant budget, so you won't lack for all the common conveniences.
Hold on a second.
It's the least of our worries right now. Yeah, what the hell? You're saying I have to live here forever? You're screwing with us, right?
It's true.
You had to sign an agreement to come here. Don't tell me you didn't read the "you have to stay here forever until you die" clause. I am not screwing with you. I am no liar. Of that you can be 100% sure. And just for your information, you're completely cut off from the outside world. So you don't have to worry about that dirty, dirty land beyond these walls ever again. Cut off? So all those metal plates all over the school... they're there to keep us trapped in here? That's exactly what they're there for. No matter how much you may yell and scream for help, help will not come. So with all that in mind, feel free to live out your life here with reckless abandon.
Hey, come on.
Come on, what the hell is this? I don't care if the school or whoever else is behind it all. I don't care if the school or whoever else is behind it all. But, okay, whether the school or whoever else is behind it all. This is just a really bad joke.
Damn you!
Yeah, cut it out. This isn't funny anymore. You keep saying this is a lie or a joke. A bunch of skeptics, all of you.
What are you gonna do?
But I guess you can't help it, huh? You all grew up in an age where you're taught to doubt your neighbor. Well, you'll have plenty of time to find out whether or not what I say is true. And when that time comes, you'll see with your own eyeballs that I speak the undeniable truth.
Most unfortunate.
Having to live here forever would be quite the problem.
What's this?
Come now, what's the matter with all of you? You decided of your own free will to attend Hope's Peak Academy, didn't you? And now, before the entrance ceremony is even finished, you've already decided you want to leave?
Hey,
Oh, but you know, I guess I did forget to mention one thing. There is one way for you to leave the school. Really?
actually...
As headmaster, I've crafted a special clause for those of you who would like to leave. I call it the graduation clause.
Now then.
Now let me tell you about this fun little rule. As I mentioned, in order to maintain an environment of harmony here, we rely on a communal lifestyle. And if someone were to disrupt that harmony, they and they alone would be allowed to leave the school. That, my students, is the graduation clause. What do you mean by disrupt the harmony? Well, you know, if one person were to murder another... Murder?
Yes, indeed.
Stabbing, strangling, bludgeoning, crushing, hacking, drowning, igniting. How you do it doesn't matter. You must kill someone if you want to leave. It's as simple as that. The rest is up to you. Give it your all to achieve the best outcome in the worst possible way. A chill shot down my spine. You must kill someone if you want to leave. As soon as I heard those words, my blood went cold. I bet that got your brain juices flowing. Beats the heck out of a human catching a salmon, huh? Like I said before, you guys are the hope of the world. But you know, taking that hope and seeing it get murdered creates a darkened shadow of despair.
Extreme!
And I just find that so darn exciting.
What the hell?
What are you talking about? To kill each other is... To kill each other is to kill each other. I'm sure there's a dictionary here somewhere if you need it.
What are you saying?
You know what it means. That's not the problem. Why do we have to kill each other?
Say what?
Now stop blabbering on with all this nonsense. Just let us go home already. He's unleashing his power. Look at that power pose. Blabbering?
Blabbering? Blabbering? What do you mean blabbering? Stop blabbering
That's
on
a good
about
one.
blabbering on!
Guys, just don't get it, do you? Let us go, let us go. You keep on saying the same thing over and over and over and over. Listen, from this moment on, this school is your home, your life, your world. Got it? And you can kill as much as you want to kill. So go ahead, go on and kill. Go on a killing spree. Alright, come on. How long are you going to keep this up? Eh?
No?
You got us, okay? You scared the hell out of us. So you can go ahead and reveal the trick now. Reveal the trick?
Right?
Yeah, because I mean, you know, this is all some kind of trick and all, right? So, like... Dude, shut up and get out of my way. Shoving Hiro aside, Mondo placed himself in front of Monokuma, his voice rumbling like thunder.
You're fucking dead.
Listen up. This has gone way too far. What kind of joke is this?
What's the matter?
Joke? What, you mean like your hair? Somebody said it.
You son of a bitch.
Mondo roared out, and then there was a sudden boom. It was the sound of the floorboards as he kicked off and launched himself into the air. Oh, he's gone anime battle start. He flew at Monokuma, fast and straight as a bullet. Locked onto his target.
Gotcha, you little piece of shit. I don't know if you're a toy or a stuffed animal or whatever the hell. Either way, I'm gonna rip you to fucking shreds!
What? Violence against the headmaster is in violation of school regulations!
Shut the fuck up! Let me out of here, I swear to Christ! Hey, damn it.
Huh, no comeback this time?
Piece of shit!
Stop that beeping and say something.
Watch out!
Get rid of it.
Huh?
Hurry up and throw it. I don't know if her ferocity stunned him into silence or what, but without a word, he did what he was told. He threw Monokuma. And as soon as he did... Boom. The hell?
What the?
That wasn't a joke. It blew up. There's a painful ringing in my ears, and I could smell gunpowder. Explosions might happen all the time in movies or whatever, but when it's in real life, I'd never seen anything like it. But you know, this means that teddy bear's been destroyed, right?
Hey!
I told you, I'm not a teddy bear. I'm Monokuma. There's another one.
Damn you!
He seriously tried to kill me just now.
Of course!
Monokuma, angry stage 2. Yes, I was serious about trying to kill you. You did violate one of the school regulations, after all. I'll let you off with a warning this time, but you'd better be careful from now on. Any naughty boy or girl who violates my rules won't get off with just a little swat on the butt.
This is bad.
That's right, A. They are legion, for he is many. But doesn't it mean there's like a bunch more of you around somewhere? Monokumas have been placed all throughout the school, yes. Plus, don't forget the surveillance cameras installed everywhere. And if you're caught breaking any rule, well, you all just saw what happened, right? I won't be so forgiving with my punishment next time, so don't let it happen again. It's not even punishment, that's just wrong. Well, given that we've only seen a single floor of this place, one has to assume that the rest of the location is where the Monokuma assembly facilities are. That's what I would do if I were going to assemble a legion of totally not killer robots.
Well?
Now then, lastly, to commemorate your joyous entry into our school, I have a little something for you. This is our official student handbook. Pretty cool, huh? As you can see, it's fully digital, so naturally we call it the E-Handbook. And, well, moving on. This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it will display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It has so many more uses than that. Also, it's completely waterproof. Splash it, wash it, drown it, it just keeps on ticking. And thanks to its space-age design, it can withstand an impact force up to 10 tons. Very resistant. It contains all of our school regulations, so make sure you review it thoroughly.
You guys?
You'll hear me say this a lot, but any violations of school regulations will not be tolerated. Rules restrict, yes, but they also protect. Society, for example, would be utter chaos without laws.
Yes, indeed.
The same thing applies here, which is why it's crucial we have strict punishments in place for violators. Okay, well, that brings our entrance ceremony to a close.
Bye.
Please enjoy your abundantly dreary school life, and see ya. And with that, he was gone, leaving us all in a state of shock. So guys, how would you define what we just experienced? How? What? I don't understand any of this. You have to live here forever? Or kill? What just happened?
Calm down.
Everyone, we need to just calm down. First, let's just take a second to summarize everything we just heard. Based on what Monokuma said, we essentially have two choices. Choice number one is we stay here, living a communal life together until we die. And the other choice is, if we want to get out of here alive, we have to kill someone, right? But killing someone, that's... We're abducted out of nowhere and stuffed into a place meant to look like a school. And now we're supposed to start killing each other. This is just... What is this?
Ridiculous.
A lie is what it is. All these ridiculous things we've heard, this all has to be fake. Right now, it doesn't really matter if it's real or fake. What matters is...
In other words,
is there anyone here who's seriously considering all this? To that, nobody had a response. Keeping quiet myself, I looked around at the others. You'd think there'd be a widening circle around Sakura. Because of all the people in the room, that's the one that could kill all of them if she wanted to. They all stared at each other, trying to gauge each other's thoughts. I could almost taste the hostility. And that's when it hit me. I realized the true terror hidden within the rules Monokuma had laid out. You must kill someone if you want to leave. Those words had planted vicious thoughts deep within each of us. Each of us became suspicious of everyone else. We were forced to wonder if somebody going to betray us. That's how my new school life began. This school, which had come out of nowhere to raise my hopes so high, it's not a school of hope. It's a school of despair. Dramatic tone. There are 15 students left. To be continued. And that's actually going to be to be continued for a little bit, folks. We'll let the little animation play out here. But we'll be taking a break. We get a full title sequence. I like the how each character has like a more extensive portrait here. They have a little thematic slide for each one. Nice. Nice. Got an item. Huh. All right. Remember what we're going to be doing is we're going to take a short break here. Going to be probably about 15 minutes. I had planned on stopping a little earlier, but we were on a roll. And then we'll be picking up with a follow-up stream. I've set this stream up to bounce you to the next one. So we're going to be starting and then going till at least 7. So thanks everybody for joining us. I hope you enjoyed our first little starting session of Danganronpa. There will be more to come of this. It's definitely interesting so far. We don't seem to have gotten to the meat of the mechanics, but just what we're seeing so far, the story seems interesting. So hopefully it holds up. But like I said, for now, we're going to be taking a break, and I will see you in a little bit.